A surfer held his board at the shoreline, ready to catch the next wave. But the sea's strange retreat made him freeze. The shallow water drained back, exposing wide strips of wet sand. To get his daughter away before the wave hit, he quickly scooped her up and bolted away. The tourists around him freaked out and ran for shore, but the wall of water was already closing in. Before anyone could fully react, the whole beach vanished under muddy water, along with everyone caught in front of it. The tsunami poured into the low streets in moments. They looked for higher ground, but the flood was closing every way out. Muddy seawater rushed through the low coastal streets and swallowed block after block. Water smashed through the supermarket and scattered shoppers inside. When the chaos finally ended, the flooded supermarket was torn apart, but the few people still alive scrambled onto the tall metal shelves. The lifeguard came up through the water first. As the water reached the lower shelves, fear spread through the survivors trapped above the flooded store. No sirens, boats, or helicopters came for them. Their only chance was to move before the water climbed higher. To find a way out, someone had to risk checking the debris-jammed doors. Tina, the lifeguard's ex, moved forward to check the way out despite the awkward past. Ryan stayed close behind as she headed for the front doors. At the same time, the security guard headed through the flooded store toward the rear exit. After the trio left, the others watched the water to find the source. A tiny plastic doll suddenly moved by itself in the dirty floodwater. The doll sank under the murky water, then floated up on the opposite side of the store. The lifeguard decided to keep everyone on the shelves and away from the water. He shouted for everyone to stay away from the water. At that moment, Tina, Ryan, and the security guard returned. The front and back exits were jammed shut, but the lifeguard kept his eyes locked on the dark water. Tina and Ryan rushed back and scrambled onto the shelves as George pulled them up. But the security guard was the only one still left in the water, ready to ask why. Before he could ask what happened, a dark shape yanked him underwater. Moments later, only ripples were left where he had stood. The flooded store fell into a dead silence. Before the group could process it, the unseen creature smashed into the metal shelves. A soaked store clerk slipped into the dirty floodwater, but the strong survivor grabbed her and pulled her back. Then the dirty floodwater between the aisles went eerily still. Something massive began to rise through the water under them. The survivors froze as the huge shape rose closer to them. It was an adult great white, nearly as wide as the aisle.